Watch this, y'all. Look, watch.
Where did you fly into? Where did you fly into? What city?
They were confused when she said
How do
fly.
you walk from India?
Yo, welcome back to the channel, gang. In today's video, we'll look at some creepy and interesting TikToks that'll make you question reality. And as always, smash the like button and let's get it.
After the Titanic went down, they offered claims.
It never sunk.
Yes, it did. It's gone. It sank right to the bottom of the ocean.
That's the first I knew of it. I thought the other thing was I only thought she sprang a leak.
Well, she had a 300-foot gash in her. She had a pretty good leak.
That's it. She really sank.
She sank. As far as we know, she sank.
That's the first I knew of that.
The way she reacted, it seemed like the Titanic sinking was a made-up story.
Doamne Dumnezeule mare.
I'd rather see a car damaged versus elbows and kneecaps.
Phoenix, Arizona was founded by multiple Freemasons, and soon after became home to other fraternal organizations. What's interesting about that is Phoenix sits on the 33rd parallel, which this red line represents. In previous videos, I've discussed all the anomalous events surrounding the Four Corners area, which is why I found this hotspot interesting on a ley line map. And the symbolism behind naming this city Phoenix is because the mythological phoenix represents rising from the ashes. And this land was once home to the Hohokam people, which is an ancient civilization said to have been around 300 BCE to 1400 CE. Their largest hub was called Snaketown, and now sits the Valley of the Sun, because the sun's east to west travel runs parallel to Phoenix's grid-like design. Back to the 33rd parallel, the Great Pyramids of Giza sit on the 33rd parallel, as well as Baghdad, Iraq, which is interesting because there's a Baghdad, Arizona, a mining town near the 33rd parallel. Not far from Phoenix are the Blythe geoglyphs, which sit on the 33rd parallel. Roswell crash site is on the 33rd parallel. How about the symbolism behind the first atom bomb? Because during the term of Harry Truman, the 33rd president, Trinity Testing Grounds was on the 33rd parallel, 210 miles south of Los Alamos, New Mexico. If that isn't crazy enough, both Nagasaki and Hiroshima were detonated on the 33rd parallel. Back to Phoenix, I'm sure most aren't aware of Hunt's tomb. Governor George P.W. Hunt entombed his wife in 1931. And then he was put in there in 1934. I'm gonna do it part 2 and go more in depth into the Masonic symbolism within Phoenix.
I don't know much about witchcraft.
You don't want to.
What is it?
There are black witches and white witches, that there are witches that do good. Witchcraft is still witchcraft. It's the use of the elements, and there's alchemy, there's wizardry, sorcery, electricity, magic, use of blood, use of spit, use of sperm. I did it 2 times. Both of them worked, and then I went,
Are you serious?
this is bigger than I am. That really fucked my life up, and it took years for us to get out of it.
What were your hexes?
One was something that had to do with the guy that actually punched me. What happened was, we went to school that day. The guy walked up to me and just slugged me. The second bus shows up and we get in the bus and we take off. He's coming up to his house and he walks through the walkway in the bus and elbows me in the back of the head as he's getting out. And I was trying to fit in, so I had a mouthful of Red Man. And when he hit me, I went, ooh, and I swallowed that shit. That's it. I'm going to do something about this. So I looked through the book and I found something that would do what I wanted. I did that hex.
What did you want to happen?
I really don't want to get into it because I don't want anybody to be misled and try and figure out what I did. When you open up the doors to the dark, they're not going to wait to be invited in. They're coming.
Do you think you were possessed?
Oh, I know it was. When we went to San Francisco to go see the Filipino priest, he said that he laid hands on me and the head of a bull came out of my chest.
To me, a witch is a witch. I don't care if you're a black witch, white witch, orange, or purple.
1540 Broadway. That's just the address.
I'm trying to figure out how many screens do they need with that creepy face.
I missed that.
I keep warning y'all about these paranormal beings, and y'all keep taking this shit for granted. Y'all see that 2025 is a F around and find out year, and y'all keep playing these games. Well, this Annabelle doll shit is only the beginning. Ask yourself why they took this doll on tour. So basically what they're saying now is the Annabelle doll is missing. You heard what I just said? The Annabelle doll. That doll that was causing havoc all over. Went to New Orleans, went to Virginia, went to San Antonio. Her. She's missing. They're saying that this doll is missing after all of this shit we just seen on this internet. See, let me tell y'all something. Y'all playing with the wrong stuff right now. Believe it or not, all that chanting y'all doing, millions of people see these videos, and millions of people are asking, begging Annabelle to do certain things, and this shit just might come true. I see people saying they want Annabelle to go to the White House. I see people saying they want her to wreak havoc. You guys do not understand that this spiritual shit is way deeper than you think. You cannot be playing with these paranormal things. You cannot be playing in the spiritual world and think that this shit will not come back and bite you in your ass. Think about all the shit that's happened thus far. You had a plantation set on fire. You had another place set on fire. You have a truck just explode and burst into flames. You had so many different things happen. The shit in Virginia where it wouldn't stop raining. But what it is y'all think this shit is a game.
I don't know much about Annabelle, but she looked like Chucky's third cousin.
I think I found out why they was playing with our tax money this year and why they keep putting delays and holds on people's tax returns. Do y'all know about the Golden Dome for America project that was proposed in February of this year? Well, if you don't know, I'm gonna break it down for you real quick. Now, this is a project that the Orange Man and his team came up with at the beginning of this year. Now, as you can see the picture, it basically speaks for itself. It's going to be a golden dome that surrounds the United States with defense mechanisms, weapons, detection, capable of stopping a missile coming from any country, no matter how far away it is, how close it is, any threat from outer space. And that got me thinking when he said, like, even if a missile came from outer space, and then you know the Pentagon's talking about the Anunnaki supposed to be returning and coming to wreck soon. So I'm like, is this what the dome is really for? I mean, you know, we got everything going on with Russia and China and all of that, but it could be a missile coming from that way, or they might be thinking and preparing for an outside threat, you know what I'm saying, out of this universe. But who knows what it is, but this is a $542 billion project. And he said it should be complete within 3 years. How do you just build a dome over America? Like, ain't we already under a dome? So we just under 2 domes now? Like, it just seemed like we just can't go nowhere. They just caging us in. Like, what the fuck? Have y'all heard about this shit? If y'all have, let me know in the comments what y'all think this shit really about, though. But I was wondering, though, too, like, with flights and shit, international flights and stuff, like, is it like a little spot up there or something that just opens up and lets the plane fly? Or is the map really not how the map is, and you really ain't got to fly that far? I don't know. I got a lot of motherfucking questions, and I ain't getting no answers. But I hope y'all got some. Hope everybody having a good day, enjoying the holiday. Stay safe out here. Stay prayed up. And you already know I love y'all. Peace!
If you tell me they're gonna build a dome over a city, cool. Over a state, all right. But over the entire country, I'm not sure how in the world they're gonna build this.
My name? It's not too important. What I'm about to tell you, it's extremely important. I'm one of the first people to get a Neuralink implant in my skull. If you guys can see and don't really know what a Neuralink is, it's kind of like an electronic chip from Elon Musk embedded in your skull. At first it was kind of like a Fitbit, kept track of vital signs, stuff that was going on in my body. Eventually it's gotten to a point where I can move a mouse without even touching a computer. I can connect, I can download, I can transfer information. I'm not the only person that has one of these now, and now we can communicate. This is what's going to happen for the rest of the world.
I can't get jiggy with it.
Y'all, this is what we mean by not all skin folk is kinfolk, y'all. What is this? This is not a regular person. Watch this. This is crazy, y'all. Y'all hear the noise that she's making? Watch this, y'all. Look, watch.
Hey, go ahead with all that.
Oh my goodness, y'all. I lost it when she said go on ahead with all that, bro. She is not playing. Y'all, the eyes popping out. What is that about?
Hey, go ahead with all that. Go on over there with all that. Go. I'm not even in the mood today. Get away.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Go.
What are you talking about? Shit. What are you talking about?
Oh my goodness, y'all. This is in North Carolina. Y'all, the type of noise this lady is making, it sounds like a car trying to start up, but it can't, y'all. That's just crazy, man. But when they told us about this demon face syndrome, people was about to start popping out. There's a lot of strange activities happening around people seeing entities and feeling entities, just a lot of paranormal stuff in general. But this right here takes the cake. North Carolina, what is going on? Let me know down in the comments below. My goodness, what the hell? Let's get this shift. Peace in.
I couldn't hear the sound she was making, but her eye looked like it was ready to leave her body.
So we found a video of Justin Bieber's wife, Hailey Bieber, coming out saying that she did witchcraft to get Justin Bieber. Yes, I know that sounded crazy. It was crazy when I seen the video, but it is in fact true. Check out this clip.
Last but not least, this is a little tincture potion that I got. I would say probably when I was around 12, my dad flew me to go meet with this witch who lived in the mountains, and she made this specifically for me. She told me that it would make a young Canadian pop star fall in love with me. So yeah, I've been taking this one for years. Absolutely love it. And yeah, thanks, Dad.
We also see different pictures like this. We see her messing with different crystals like this. And now we see Justin Bieber like this. Last time I seen somebody like that was Ben Affleck with J-Lo. And we know exactly how J-Lo got Ben Affleck, and it was through witchcraft. We know that J-Lo does witchcraft because her first husband told us. He told us how they went to the witch doctor. He told us how different animal blood was poured all on J-Lo. This is what her first husband said. So we understand that if somebody does witchcraft to get a man, they may get him, but that happiness will not last, that joy will not last. Sooner or later, they will be tormented, and the energy inside of them will be drained. I don't know who's seen the last performance with Justin Bieber with SZA, but it truly was heartbreaking to see and looked like a cry for help. The boy needs help. Now, I pray that's not the situation with Hailey, but if it is, deliverance needs to be happening. And Justin needs to come on home to the Lord, meaning he needs to repent, get right with God, and come back into a place of submission.
This is one of the reasons why you just can't be jealous of celebrities and their lifestyle, because you never know what happens behind closed doors.
A massive cloud of Saharan dust is heading towards Florida this weekend and again next week. The dust could cause poor air quality and make the sky look opaque. On the plus side, it can stall tropical activity. Either way, it's dust season, so buckle up.
Did anybody see the video that was going viral this past week of a worker that apparently had clearance to access certain parts of these tunnels that he was showing off on video? Probably not smart, but tunnels of which he showed being clearly underneath the airport. I mean, he showed himself walking into the airport and then eventually walking through numerous hallways of which he gained clearance into, and then he took an elevator down below, which seemed like levels down below, might I mention, and he proceeded to walk through this other hallway. And when he walked outside of the door at the end of this hallway, he showed these vast tunnel systems. I mean, these seem to have stretched out for well over a mile. It looked like you can even drive a fucking semi through them. It's actually crazy because on his video, you can actually see numerous individuals passing by him, some even wearing these full black suits. I mean, these things looked like mining tunnels. And then he proceeded to talk about something, which is probably why his video just so happened to be taken down. He proceeded to speak about these aircraft that he claimed were hidden down below in various sections throughout these tunnels. He started mentioning how there's certain individuals apparently that have high security clearance that have access to those certain parts of the tunnels and shit. He even started to talk about Stargate and proceeded to talk about how apparently...
Imagine being lied to your entire life about what the world actually looks like.
Where are you from? India. India? What, you too? Yeah. How long have you been walking? All day? All day. Did you fly into Mexico and then walk the rest? Walk. But
They
where
walked.
did you fly into? Where did you fly into? What city?
They were confused when she said
How do
fly.
you walk from India? Are you from India too? Oh, Pakistan.
Pakistan.
Pakistan? Pakistan?
They walked.
Bangladesh. Okay. And how did you guys fly into Mexico and then walk in the rest of the way? Walk?
They
How
walked
did you
here.
get from Pakistan over to here? You from Pakistan too? Oh, India?
How they shoot commercials. No wonder what we buy looks different from the ads. Hot dogs use yellow and red acrylic paint mixed with flour to simulate sauces. A heated metal rod creates grill marks. Then the fake sauces are applied for the perfect appearance. For steaming soup, an inverted small bowl is placed inside the soup bowl with raw ingredients arranged around it. A small piece of pink plastic on a toothpick is lit with a match to produce artificial steam. Burger buns get sprayed for freshness. The patty is lightly heated, then brushed with brown shoe polish for a uniform, well-cooked color. Toothpicks are inserted into cheese, tomatoes, and pickles to secure layers. Ketchup is simulated using a pipette to apply perfect red dots. To make fries look golden and fill the box, potato strips are painted with food coloring and stuck on toothpicks. A foam sponge is placed in the fry box, and the colored potato strips are inserted into it. This makes the fries stand perfectly upright, creating an overflowing illusion that's impossible with real hot fries.
So I just watched this video about how someone delivered, really they tossed them, over 200 kidneys to a hospital. And the doctor said they were practically fresh, as though they had been removed within the last couple of hours. He also then proceeded to say whoever removed these kidneys had done this before and they were very skilled. I don't know if it's over 200 kidneys or if it was 200 on the number, but 200 kidneys, okay, fresh. And he's saying like it's the best gift. It's the best gift. Baby, where did they come from? Where did those kidneys come from? And the person didn't even show themselves on camera. They just tossed them joints at the door and kept it pushing, and they were fresh. Where did they come from? Y'all just so happy about having the kidneys. Where did they come from?
That sounded like a drive-by drop-off. Hopefully a patient benefited from it.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that, dude? What? That's it. Explosion. Oh my
So if this story doesn't make you question everything that is wrong with society and everything that is going wrong with society, take a listen to this. A Harvard Medical School morgue manager, that's the person that's in charge of the body parts and bodies that they bring in so they can do medical examinations on, has been stealing the body parts and selling them on the black market. You heard what I just said. Stealing the body parts and selling them on the black market. Take a look at this. Meet 57-year-old Cedric Lodge, the former Harvard School medical morgue director. He pled guilty to stealing and selling body parts on the black market. That included brains, human heads, and other body parts. This all took place between the years 2018 and 2020. The craziest part about all of this is that if he didn't get caught, can you imagine? He'd still be doing this. Cedric is currently facing up to 10 years in prison. Something that comes to mind to me is, isn't there any accountability for the inventory that they receive and what it is actually used for? Nobody questioned this?
10 years in prison for doing that is light. He should get 10 per part.
This right here, man, it's been outside for 3 days, man. This right here, it hadn't even really melted. Look, the other one I sat out for an entire year, there was no mold on it. It didn't hardly melt, and the bugs wouldn't touch it. Guess what? Same situation we have right here. This has been sitting right here in the corner, dude. There's a big ant bed right there. The little joker has crawled up in the bowl, go around the rim. They won't come near it, okay? And yes, I understand this is a frozen dairy dessert. It's not ice cream. That doesn't matter. It shouldn't be. It doesn't mold. Explain that to me. Explain to me why the bugs won't touch this. If the bugs won't eat it, the dogs, the cats, the possums, the raccoons, all that, if they won't touch it, man, I don't think we should be eating this stuff, everybody. I mean, just take a look at it. And y'all just tell me what you think, man. Take a good look. Because that just doesn't look too tasty to me if I had to, you know, in my own expert opinion. Just saying, man. Y'all think about these things, dude.
I would like to believe that guy was wearing a mask.
Did y'all see this? So this thing was in the sky last night, and there's a whole bunch of different people that all caught the same recording. And no, it's not a star. You're gonna see it move pretty quick. But look at that. Does that not look like an egg with a serpent wrapping around it? You remember that video that I just made? Very odd, right? It's obviously something super spiritual in the sky. And now it's gonna go behind the house so you know that it's actually, you know, a moving thing and not a star. It's just wild how bright it was as well. You can see right here it starts descending. That's insane. You know, like the light bringer. You can't tell me they're not the same thing, or they look very, very, very similar. So did you know that every 4 years on this day today, they do the ritual of Osiris going down the river? Do you see the big black thing? And when that happens, they try to summon the spirit of Osiris, much like when they said that they were summoning the eggs. They try to summon the spirit of Osiris into the person who was stepping into position on this day. Like this. This is George Washington, literally deified in heaven on the Capitol dome. Again, man into God, possibly, yeah. Everything in this world goes back to Rome, to Egypt, to Babylon. It's all the same exact thing.
I think that's the norm.
What's under the water? What's an ocean?
Good you asked that. What separates everything is water. But imagine this, everything like this, place, water, another firmament, place, what they call it the 7 layers of heaven. What they call it, the 7 layers of heaven or something like that? But it's like all kind of water and shit between it. And there's different layers, how they keep it stacked up like dominoes. That's how God keeps us. It's a jail cell. Gang, we live in a cell, in a prison, and we stacked up on top of each other in bunks. I swear, a lot of people don't know this. A lot of people don't know, but it's the truth. Look it up.
For that bird to be on that plane, I bet it flew through the entire airport. But that's it for the video. Thanks for kicking it with me as always. But before you leave, smash the like button and sub up. It does help me in the algorithm, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.